Hey yo, real quick, come follow me on Twitch, man. It'll be fun. How you living, homies? It's your boy, ManieSmalls, back on YouTube with the Destiny knowledge. So for today, I have this solo build for y'all. I know Bungie didn't officially announce that Solo 3.0 is coming next, but still, according to some leaks, this might be the next one. I really wish Arc would have been the next one, cause it's lacking AF, but hey, I ain't no developer. Anyway, while we wait for them changes, I thought it'd be cool to go over the build that I used last year. Pretty sure a lot of stuff gonna change with 3.0, but we can still lay them foundation right now. Let's get it. Alright, for now, I'm going with Way of 1,000 Cut, because there's like 3 out of the 4 perks we want here. I'm assuming Bungie will turn some of these in aspects or fragments, so when the time comes, I'll either update the build or just pick whatever's closest. Sounds good? First off, Gambler's Dodge. We want this because dodging near enemy recharges your melee. We're gonna use that melee a lot. For the jump, do whatever you want, but I recommend triple for PvE. Our grenade of choice is gonna be Tripmine. Tripmines are low-key slept on in PvE, but trust me, they take a good chunk out of bosses and majors. Y'all can see right here my Adept Hothead with Vorpal, Impact Casing, and Adept Big One does 107k, 102, and my Tripmine does 530 on Impact and 42k, 408 on Carl. For the super, as of right now we are constrained to Blade Barrage, but with the 3.0 format we gonna be free to choose whatever, right? That being said, I'm not gonna stick with Blade Barrage even though it's getting a 50% damage buff according to the leaks. Plus, since they're leaks, it might not even be true. What I think would be good is the 6-shooter golden gun. 2 goldie shots pretty much refill your Tripmine, and if you start the fight with a nade, you can spam 4 of them on top of your 6 goldie shots. Total damage on Carl was 343k and 32, which is not bad at all. Line 'em up golden gun is also good, but you gotta aim those crits. You don't get your Tripmine as often, but you're gonna do 357k, 745 with 2 Tripmine and all 3 goldie crits. It's like 10k higher than 6-shooter. The melee is Knife Trick. Throw a fan of flaming knife that burns target on impact. For bosses or major, this is super useful because the knives won't kill them, but it'll burn them for 116 damage per tick. Next perk, we want Burning Edge. While enemy burn, your dodge recharges faster. And finally, playing with fire. Every time you get a kill with your knives, your melee will recharge faster. This stacks up to 3 times. All these perks got great synergy together. Creates a dope loop where you dodge, get your melee refills your dodge. The more you do that, the faster your melee comes back as well, and you throw a lot of Tripmines. For this build, we're using the Young Ahamkara Spine. Exotic perk says increases Tripmine duration and blast radius. Ability damage grant Tripmine energy. The exotic got some hidden perks as well. First one is intrinsic fastball for your nades. Also get 14% increased damage and it removes self damage as well. So basically with the exotic, your melee and your super are gonna recharge your Tripmine. I know a lot of people like this exotic in PvP, but it works for PvE too, and I really don't see anyone using it in PvE content. It's a shame, because the exotic is nasty. Alright, so now let's move over to the mods for the build. On the helmet we want Bountiful Wells. This is a 2 energy cost mod that will double any elemental wells you generate. We also want Ashes to Acid, 3 energy mod that gives you super energy on grenade kills. For them gauntlets, Well of Ordnance, 1 energy cost mod that gives you grenade energy on solar well pickup. Second mod will be Impact Induction. You gain grenade cooldown on melee kills. On the chest, we need Well of Life. Picking up solar well increases health regen for a short time. The rest of the mod is up to you. Next up is the legs. Seeking Wells. While you create moves towards you. This is a good mod because we're lazy. And Invigoration as well. Reduce melee cooldown each time we pick up a Orb of Power. And finally, for class item, melee well maker, or elemental ordnance, depending on which one you have enough space for. These mods will generate wells on melee and grenade kill respectively. We also take advantage of 2 bomber mods to reduce Tripmine cooldown. For the stats, you want close to 70 or 80 mobility. Having 100 is not necessary since our melee will refresh whenever we burn a target or we dodge. 80 recovery or higher is also good for the build. Make sure you have 100 discipline for your Tripmine and around 60 strength for your melee. The way you want to use this build is quite simple. Try to engage with your Tripmine first. Build up stacks with your melee to have it more often, get kills with your melee or super to refresh your Tripmine. Rinse and repeat. Pick up the elemental wells you create if needed and dodge to get melee and grenade energy. For your weapons, anything ought to do. Strongly recommend a demolitionist weapon or a primary with adrenaline junkie for 33% damage buff on grenade kills. That's it, man. I really hope Bungie's not gonna change some of the perks too much. I guess worst case scenario, I'm gonna do another video on this build, or maybe I come up with a better one. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the build. Drop a like and a sub if you enjoyed the video, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Later, homies.
Real niggas don't die. Appetite for destruction. Just a nigga with body. Always into something. Yelling fuck the police. Like I'm straight up out of Compton. Real niggas don't die. Appetite for destruction. Just a nigga with body. Always into something. Yelling fuck the police. Like I'm straight up out of Compton. Real niggas don't die. Appetite for destruction. Just a nigga with running. Always into something. Yelling fuck the police. Like I'm straight up out of Compton. Real niggas don't die. Appetite for destruction. Just a nigga with running. Always into something. Yelling fuck the police. Like I'm straight up out of Compton.